All right, and hello everyone. So, welcome back to Study Saturday. And today is just a quick episode lang since I know most of you are already familiar with this technique, ano. So, today we'll be discussing all about the Pomodoro technique. So, in itself, madali lang siyang concept na intindihin. And ayun nga, i-explain lang natin siya and how it would be effective in your studies. So, let's go. So first, what is the Pomodoro technique? So it is developed by Francesco Cirillo in the 1980s, and it is named after a tomato-shaped kitchen timer. So ayun nga, I'll explain that later on. And it uses timed intervals of focused work with breaks. So ayan, as we can see from this infographic, ito lang yung uh, basic premise. No? So it's just a simple concept on how we should approach studying. So first, we have to choose a task, and then we can then set a timer for 25 minutes, and then we will focus on the task without distractions. So yun yung pinaka main concept niya, to stop procrastination. So yun yung pinaka goal ng Pomodoro technique. Then after that, we have a 5-minute break, and then we will repeat that for 4 times. No? And then after 4 times, you can take a longer break. Usually it's 15 to 30 minutes, and then we can do another task and repeat the process. So yun yung pinaka-basic concept niya. So it's not really that deep. So yeah, since we're doing just like a quick episode, let's move on to its pros and cons. So of course, meron din namang disadvantages ang ating Pomodoro technique, ano. So it's just like the Feynman technique. So it's not really perfect in such a sense. No. So punta muna tayo sa pros. So it boosts focus and concentration. Since we're doing straight work for 25 minutes, dapat walang distractions doon. So that's a plus in boosting yung ating attention span, ano. So it also prevents burnout since meron tayong breaks in between the 25 minutes, and it builds habit of discipline, ano. So ayun nga, since we're strictly adhering to a work and break process, nagkakaroon tayo ng discipline on how we can approach yung mga bagay-bagay, ano. So studying is just one of them. So that's that. It also increases motivation since ayun nga, nagkakaroon tayo ng breaks in between, and then it could increase our motivation in a way that we're not really getting tired of studying, ano. So it also improves time estimation skills. And of course, I didn't put it here, but yun nga, it stops procrastination to a certain extent. Okay? Now, ito naman tayo sa ating cons. Since we are focusing for straight 25 minutes, in the span of 25 minutes, yung ating flow state is pwede siyang ma-interrupt. Ano? So, that's a con, or that's a disadvantage of the Pomodoro technique. And it is not suitable for every task. Let's say that we're doing a CAD project, or we're sketching, or we're running some codes. So, parang hindi fit yung Pomodoro technique nun, or even machining. So, a 25 time limit, I don't think it's going to cut it out, ano? And then, it requires strict discipline. So, strict discipline in such a way that yung 25 minutes of work and 5 minutes of break, madali siyang malabag. So, even though it builds habit of discipline, breaking that would not result in a good uh, point. So, parang mawala din naman yung point kung bakit tayo nagbi-build ng discipline kung ilalabagin lang rin naman natin yung ginagawa natin. Ano? And it can feel rigid in group settings. So, ayun nga, most group settings don't work in Pomodoro type of setting. So, kumbaga, if the Feynman technique can work in groups, yung Pomodoro natin is when we're studying alone. So, ayun. And also, it is not ideal for cramming or urgent deadlines. Since psychologically, nafe-feel natin that if we are doing straight work without breaks, mas nafe-feel natin yon na mas efficient, especially when we are cramming. So, halimbawa, merong exam and you are studying the night before and you are cramming, I don't think yung Pomodoro technique would really do well psychologically, since maisip mo that those breaks could be used for studying even more. So that's the concept of that. And the same works for deadlines or yung mga activities or projects. So let's say nagsasagot ka ng PSAT and then malapit na yung deadline, you may think na you can use the Pomodoro technique, but ayun, there's a psychological thing there na sa tingin mo nasasayang yung time mo when you're taking breaks. So, ayun, parang yun yung pinaka-point niya there. And I think yan lang din naman yung pinaka-cons ng ating Pomodoro technique. Although, it is widely used worldwide. So, this is one of the most prominent study techniques in the world. So, if you haven't given it a try yet, then you definitely should. No? And, ayun, we have a quote from the man himself, Francesco Cirillo. One day, we will be more creative, more productive, and yet more relaxed. So, ayun, it just really explains that as time goes on, we find more efficient ways to study, to create things, to innovate things, ano, in an easier way than ever before. So, it pretty much represents a linear uh, trend of improvement. So, parang yun yung in-explain niya doon. And yun na nga, ang Pomodoro technique is just one of them. So, it is possible that we may be able to invent or discover more efficient study techniques in the future. But, yun, yung Pomodoro technique natin is just one of these uh, byproducts. Ano? So, ayun, that's pretty much it. Since yun nga, I said this will be a quick episode lang din naman. And, ayun, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow sa ating skill set Sunday. So, ayun, if you're studying right now, I highly suggest that you give the Pomodoro technique a try. So, ayun lang, that's all from me. And thank you guys and goodbye. Happy learning.